Hello, this is not a spring chicken. As you notice, we're doing just a few changes with the lighting around here. I know, it's always, that's one thing you can always count on, and that is change. And we weren't just talking about the government, were we? Well, anyway, there's lots of things going on today as far as news, and we're just going to have to bring Oldecam on because did you know that crabs can boil and feel it?
You mean if you boil them, they can feel it?
Yeah, imagine that. They are creatures, aren't they? But for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today.
George Bush let this to get out of hand so much that the only way we're going to be able to stop the problem is to ban the sale of all weapons in this country, and that will bring an end to the violence on the border.
Oh, is that how it'll do it?
They're going to use the Mexican violence on the border in order to seize all the people's guns.
Wow, should that surprise us?
I know.
I know. Jobless claims hit new record, Bush at fault.
I know, because it's his legacy to everybody. The problem is that if you look at Wall Street, it's booming. If you look at sales, they're booming. If you look at loans, they're booming. The only problem is you can't find stores that have people in them. You can't find anybody getting loans. And Wall Street, they've already said, they give it a simple explanation. They're small purchasers because the stock market will fluctuate by 100 points in 10 seconds, which means that's a little amount. People are buying on a little bit.
Obama plans to dispatch thousands more troops to Afghanistan.
Basically, Mr. Obama, that ain't gonna happen. 4,000. He needed 35,000. He's gonna give him 4,000, and they've asked the Iranians to help solve the problem.
Ouch, 35,000 to 4,000? Could you imagine if they did that with the budget?
I know, but it's the only thing Mr. Obama's cutting back on is the military.
Well,
but he is a Democrat.
One of the things that's not getting cut back on, and actually may save the company, is Tesla just came out with a new model.
Oh yeah, they want $350 million from Obama to build an electric car that absolutely nobody can afford.
Well, they do look nice, but
they said the problem with these things is that Mr. Obama wants to shift everybody into cars that cost twice as much as the cars they can't afford to buy now.
Well, I love the Teslas. They're absolutely gorgeous cars, but they are electric, which means you can't go very far.
You can't. That's the whole trick. Anything outside of 50 miles is dead now.
Battles over reform plan lie ahead.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, there's going to be very little battle because Reid is going. I mean, they're already. Let's see, Senator Byrd, Senator Conrad, Senator Nelson. A lot of the senators are unhappy that they're going to use the reconciliation bill in order to pass all of Obama's things as is, even though they can't be paid for and the public doesn't want them.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
China says Pentagon report will hurt military ties. Obama to apologize for it.
I love that. Obama is going to have Hillary Clinton go there and apologize for us making these statements about their country. That's how that's going to be our State Department. Pull all the troops out and apologize for everything that happens in the world. I heard one guy. Okay, I heard one of the comics last night on one of them. He said that you realize the first day that it was July 4th, 1776, when the United States became responsible for all the problems in the world, and young George E. Bush was cutting down the cherry tree at that moment.
Decades-old dam burst outside Indonesia capital, killing 50.
Because they don't build them out of anything but rocks and soil.
Well, I'm talking about flooding cracks in the levee force evacuations in Fargo, North Dakota.
They were the crack. The thing is going to be 4 foot over the top of the levee, so a crack in the levee is irrelevant. It's going to be, here's the levee, folks. Here's where the water's going to be. That's that much difference.
Key Senate panel approves Obama's ambitious budget blueprint.
Yeah, it was everybody. We went to a panel that is all packed by his people. The ones that support it. We didn't go to a panel where it should have went, which was headed by Conrad, who doesn't support it.
Clinton reassures Mexico about its image.
Okay. The United States apologized for letting people think that it's a dangerous place to go to.
It is a dangerous place to go to.
I know.
Why should we apologize?
Well, because that's the way it's going to be. We're going to, and George Bush was at fault for that image problem that the Obama people accidentally spread the thing that don't go there because of a drug problem. And that was George Bush's fault also.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. Don't go there because there's a drug problem, because there's a gun problem, there's a kidnap problem.
And George Bush was at fault.
And isn't there a beheading problem?
Yeah, they behead people. But this has been going on since, okay, but my father was in the military that chased Pancho Villa under, which way, hold on. My father was in the military under Pershing that chased Pancho Villa back into Mexico when they were raiding over in this country. And his commanding officer was George Armstrong Patton, which he was in World War II also. But they've been, for 100 years, they've been doing that in Mexico.
I know, but it seems like it's getting worse.
No, it's just
normal.
It's as usual in South America.
Las Vegas project weighs bankruptcy.
Oh yeah, they're going to file bankruptcy. They said, don't worry, as soon as they find new funding, they'll get it back together. We go to Las Vegas for things, and we may be going to NAB this next month or not, but there's a Boyd Gambling cut down the Stardust, the Frontier, and several others to put in a $4.5 million project called Enchon. It has now been totally canceled also because
it has.
There's nobody to fill these rooms that they were going to put up.
Well, we've been watching that in Las Vegas anyway. It's like, where did they think all these people were going to come from?
I don't know.
And they kept increasing the prices of room rates.
They increased the, okay, we're putting it this way. How stupid are they in Las Vegas? Besides building condos on the strip that nobody was going to boo, when everybody should be cutting prices, like for the NAB, the prices are higher than they would under normal circumstances, not lower.
Dollar falls in speculation. Auto plan will boost yield demand.
Well, yeah, they basically, the stock is, no matter what it looks like right now, their bonds are totally worthless. And by pumping more money into the companies that have worthless bonds, it makes the worthless bonds even worth less than what it was before.
Entire Oakland police force may attend memorial.
Yeah, because they're really pissed off about the fact that the black community is cheering for this guy as an American hero now. They actually, one of them said that we expect Barack Obama to be here to praise for the funeral of our American hero.
What?
They've invited him to come to the funeral of the guy that killed the 4 officers.
That's atrocious.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he may just show up. You never know.
That's the problem. He might show up.
Key Senate panel backs Obama's budget blueprint.
Yeah, well, they're not going to say no because, like I said, it didn't go to a panel that had people that worked for it.
Pakistani and Afghan Taliban unify in face of U.S. influx.
U.S. influx, 4,000 people. Basically, what they're shifting. I understand they're shifting 3 brigades out, putting 1 brigade in. That's not an influx. That's a retreat.
That's a retreat.
Yeah.
Golly, of course we can add.
Yeah.
Top bank regulator placed on leave pending review.
Oh, I know. It just minor irregularities in his job, but that's the guy that's regulating things has basically been caught with his fingers in the candy dish.
Few hospitals embracing Obama's electronic health record systems.
Because every time they do, they get sued by the ACLU for a violation of a person's rights.
Oh, really?
You notice they're not suing the people for letting out the names of the AIG people, though.
Mortgage rates hit a new low.
Yeah, but the banks aren't loaning no matter what they're saying. The houses
well, what good does it do to be low then?
The houses they're selling they're repos that the banks are purchasing back. They're counting them as sales. They aren't.
Japan to intercept North Korea rocket.
And Barack Obama has warned them about doing it already.
It
could be provocative.
Spelling's mansion to go on sale for $150 million.
Yeah, anybody, if he could speak, he'd say fat chance of getting that money in this economy.
But the most significant is they had a Wheaton puppy.
I know, and the Wheaton, is obviously one of Monty's select group because the Wheaton was deciding who should be allowed to come and represent him and who not.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Okay, when you look at President Obama and try to understand why he's doing what he does, you have to understand that I don't.
Ideology?
Ideology is far more important than anything else. I'll get that word ideology down someday. I'm only in my ancient stage. Actually, it's the early stage of Alzheimer's, I think.
Yeah.